Neglecting performance optimization. Why it's an issue. While Power Automate offers a wide range of tools and actions to facilitate workflow automation, not all of them are optimized for performance. Inefficient use of connectors, excessive actions, or poorly designed logic can lead to slower execution times, service throttling, and the potential for exceeding service limits. As workflows become more complex or process larger volumes of data, the risk of encountering performance bottlenecks increases, which can result in slower response times, incomplete tasks, or even flow failures. Poor performance also affects scalability, making it harder to extend workflows to handle more tasks without hitting limitations. Best practices to optimize performance. Minimize the number of actions. Reduce the total number of actions in your flows to improve efficiency. Each action in Power Automate consumes time and resources, so removing unnecessary actions or combining similar ones can significantly enhance performance. Example: rather than using multiple get-item actions to retrieve different properties from a SharePoint list, combine them into a single action using select to extract all required fields in one go. Optimize data queries and retrieval. Optimize how you query and retrieve data from external sources like databases, SharePoint, or APIs. Use filtering and sorting at the source level to limit the amount of data being retrieved. Example: instead of retrieving an entire SharePoint list and filtering the results within Power Automate, use OData queries to only fetch the relevant items that meet certain conditions, e.g., filtering for status watch approved. Reduce unnecessary API calls. Excessive API calls, especially to external services, can quickly degrade performance. Limit the number of API calls by batching requests or reusing data already retrieved within the flow. Example: instead of making an API call for each item in a list, batch the requests by grouping items and processing them together. This can reduce overhead and improve the flow's speed. Implement batch processing for large data sets. When working with large data sets, break them into smaller chunks to avoid hitting service limits and throttling. Using pagination or custom batch processing techniques ensures that the flow processes data in manageable pieces rather than all at once. Example: when fetching rows from a database or SharePoint, enable pagination to retrieve data in smaller batches, e.g., 500 or 1,000 records per request, rather than fetching everything at once. Use parallel branching to run actions concurrently. For independent actions that don't rely on each other, utilize parallel branches to execute them concurrently. This reduces the overall time taken for the flow to complete and prevents delays caused by sequential processing. Example: when sending emails to multiple recipients, instead of looping through each recipient and sending emails sequentially, use parallel branches to send emails concurrently, reducing the time needed to complete the task. Monitor and review performance analytics. Power Automate provides built-in performance analytics that can help identify slow-running steps or potential bottlenecks. Regularly reviewing these analytics allows you to pinpoint areas for improvement and optimize the flow accordingly. Example: use the Flow Analytics feature to monitor execution times and identify actions that consistently take longer than expected. Then, optimize those actions by reducing data retrieval times, minimizing conditional checks, or batching requests. Key takeaways: reduce the number of actions and API calls to minimize resource consumption. Optimize how you query data, retrieving only what's necessary and filtering at the source. Break large data sets into manageable chunks using pagination or batch processing. Leverage parallel branching for independent tasks to speed up execution. Regularly monitor performance analytics to identify and resolve bottlenecks.